Hi guys, welcome back to my reaction video. Today I will be reacting to, it's a kinda dark content, and the topic is all about cancel Korea right now. It's trending in the Philippines, and I didn't know what this topic was all about. As soon as I woke up and I saw this article in TikTok, in Twitter, and it's hashtag cancel Korea, and it was really sad for me. And I tried to hook it up, and I tried to research about why is this trending and why is this all about. And it was all about Bella Poarch, Pinay living in US, and she's a very famous TikToker. And like there are some toxic Koreans who've been trash talking about her because of the tattoo that she had on her forearms. It's a rising sun, and I really wanted to share it with you guys, what I think, what's my thought about this. And here comes Jessica Lee. She's a Korean also YouTuber, and she reacted to her feelings towards cancel Korea. So while watching this, I will share my thoughts about this heavy topic with you guys. Okay, so let's start.
Hey guys, Jessica here. This morning I woke up reading a lot of comments, messages, and emails from you guys requesting me to share my thoughts about this issue that arises from the Filipino TikToker Bella Poarch, which sparked a lot of debate online, and that also led to the formation of hashtag cancel Korea in the Philippines, asking for apology from Koreans, and also I guess to raise awareness towards racial discrimination against the Filipinos. When I first heard about this keyword, cancel Korea, I was like, what? Cancel Korea?
The same feeling.
It was such
the same.
an extreme keyword, cancel Korea. Thank you so much to those people who enlightened me about this issue as well. To give you a summary of this issue, it started from the Filipina TikTok star Bella Poarch, and the netizens noticed that on her arm there was a tattoo that resembled of the flag.
That's the photo, right? That's the tattoo that she had on her forearms. And for me, like, I've been watching her TikTok because she looks so cute and she's so attractive in various ways. Let's continue.
Rising sun. I hope you guys all know what the rising sun flag is all about, and it is especially traumatizing for Koreans because that flag was used during the forceful Japanese occupation here in Korea, which lasted for about 35 years. So that flag is associated with Japanese imperialism, and due to the Imperial Japan's mistreatment during that time of occupation, the flag can be very offensive for many Koreans. That is why we are especially sensitive about this. So I took a look into her tattoo if it was really similar to that rising sun flag, and I noticed that it really reminded me of that flag. No wonder why many Koreans were reacting quite negatively.
Anyways guys, but the thing is, I've heard like she already apologized to our citizen, and for me, what I think is that that's it. Like, she already did apologize, so end of story, right? But like there's there's toxic people everywhere around the world, in the globe, and they just have to show their toxicness to the other countries. So I don't know why who did that. I've heard some Koreans do some life threat to her, and that is never right. Even though that someone did something wrong, you should never do a life threat to her, and that's a crime. That's a cyber crime already. That's not the right thing to do, and I'm against that. All toxic people who commented her in a bad way, because I do support her because she is really humble, cute. Let's continue.
About this, I do understand where they're coming from. So Bella has made a public apology regarding her tattoo. She has said that at that time I didn't know the history, but when I found out, I immediately had it covered and scheduled for removal. I am ashamed of myself for not doing my research. I sincerely apologize.
And thank you for apologizing, Bella.
Please educate yourselves and learn more about it because it came from a terrible history. Please learn from my mistakes.
Bella is really educated,
but
girl.
The
I can feel
problem
it.
started by how some Korean netizens were attacking not only this TikToker Bella, but also the Filipinos as a whole, leaving comments that are basically very offensive to Filipino people and out.
And don't think, guys, Koreans never ever look down on Filipinos because we do love Filipinos. For me, in my experience, I've been living in the Philippines more than 15 years, and some of you, my subscribers, know it already. And for my whole 15 years, or more than 15 years, I've never ever experienced like this kind of dark topic between Korea and Philippines, because I really do love Philippines a lot, and more than half of my life I've been living here, and my parents are all here. I have never ever discriminated my friends. I have a lot of Filipino friends here, and look at the back of my room. There's a map. This is a Cebu map. This is in Mactan, and yeah, that's in Mandaue. Like, I do support Philippines a lot, and Philippines is my second home, and I don't want any troubles or any issues about Korea and Philippines, because we are really a brotherhood nation. That's what I think. And for the next video, of course, after this, I will be reacting to Yultong, like Filipino soldiers that helped Korean War. And I hope you guys will watch that, and please comment down there too. What are your thoughts? And okay, so let's continue again.
I was also very offended by that, so I will read to you guys some of the comments that I saw. Poor country, non-educated people, short people. The Philippines is a slave state. No wonder you have no to little education. That's why your country will stay poor and will
That's
grow.
a bad
Stay
ass
that way,
comment.
small-minded. And this kind of reaction is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Any form of racial discrimination is unacceptable for me.
Very
I'm pretty sure with
unacceptable.
many of you guys as well. So about this, and to those people who got offended by these comments of some Korean netizens, I would like to apologize from the bottom of my heart.
My apologies
I'm
too.
very sorry for you guys. I feel very uncomfortable because I also grew up in the Philippines for around the same amount of time that I
will apologize instead of them. And those are the people who are very toxic and who doesn't listen to anyone who says. Like, I don't like that kind of attitude, like those toxic people attacking another nation, say bad things about their nation. Everywhere in the nation has a good thing and a bad thing. And I'm guessing that those who commented that way is a kid or immature or mentally ill person, or those who wanna argue for fun, and that's not the way it is. That's not how you treat people, and that's not how you tell other nations. Okay, let's start again.
For around the same amount of time that I was in Korea, and so I do feel very sorry for you guys. I would like to apologize on behalf of those rude Korean netizens.
Same here.
So this issue provoked a lot of Filipinos that the movement of hashtag Cancel Korea started on Twitter, and that hashtag movement only started today, but it has garnered over 200 tweets already.
That's
I
a
could
lot.
definitely feel the anger of these people. So some of the Twitter sharing their own experiences about discrimination from the Koreans. So the first tweet starts with the hashtag, and it says it was 2018 when I last visited Seoul. It was a 5-day trip, and not a single day we didn't encounter a rude Korean. Every night we went back to the hotel, even though we were happy, there's that little sting in the heart. Sometimes I want to go back, sometimes I don't. Next one is I may like your songs, your cultures, and I even wanted to study in Korea, but I love my country.
That's true.
I put my lipstick down and proudly raise my
Loving
flag.
your country is
This
not a
is time
fault.
when I felt
That's
like,
normal.
okay, I kind of can see where this is going, and I literally stopped myself in the third post I saw, which is some Koreans saying that Filipino are ugly. But look at these queens. Do they look ugly? I don't think so.
They don't.
They put some pictures of the Filipino
Liza
celebrities.
Sobrano
so
is my
this is
favorite.
a time when it gets a bit confusing because the whole point of this movement is to raise awareness about racial discrimination, that Koreans or any people shouldn't be racist, right? But this
Yeah,
post,
the racist
some
is the
Koreans
bad
saying
thing.
that Filipino are ugly. Well, I was
Actually, if you're a racist, I don't know why they feel happy about that. Like looking down on other nation, that is not right. And racial discrimination is really, that's the most toxic thing that you can talk about. As for me, I'm never racist because I've been living here more than 15 years, and I do love our country, of course, also, but obviously also Philippines because I've been living here a lot. My friends are all here. They love me and I love them too. And this gotta stop, really. Racial discrimination's gotta stop. And those toxic people should never ever do that again. You know, Korea and Philippines should be a tightly bond. You know what I'm saying? Like we are like a brotherhood nation. Like we help them and they help us. That's the thing. We have to keep on moving towards that goal that we have to be united and really like as a brothers.
say it's a rather emotional response. I don't think reacting to this situation emotionally is effective or is the best thing. It's just an extreme way of expressing and trying to deliver a message. Next one, you could also see, can somebody tell me, is there a Korean who has crowned as Miss Universe, Miss World, or Miss International? This is off topic. It's not related to the core of the problem. I mean,
Yeah, that's a little off topic, but I admit, like Filipinos are way beautiful for me because they've been into Miss Universe. They're into all that, like you know. Catriona Gray, and she's so beautiful, like amazingly, like out of words. Nothing can describe her beautifulness, and that's out of topic. So yeah.
in the idea of a hashtag movement, okay, that's like how many things work nowadays. But when it becomes like this, emotional and just attacking and not really straight on point, and it can really just buy more anger. Many people are also
True.
mentioning about the war, the Korean War, where many Filipinos came to Korea to fight for our
I'll
side.
be reacting to
and
this next
that
to
is
this
such
video.
an honor. I also got comments from some of the families of those war veterans, and yeah, that is the reason why I'm also trying to really
Thank you,
see the
Philippines.
positive
Thank you.
connections between Korea and the Philippines instead of focusing on the negative. It is very saddening how this is really an issue that we can never get rid of. Starting from the spark of the coronavirus, where a lot of people around the world were being racist to any person that looked Chinese, followed by the BLM movement. This kind of issue is really an issue, and it's very daunting to encounter this. But one thing that I would like you guys to know is that please do not judge the whole
That's
of
true.
Korea
Do not
by
generalize
the
everyone.
netizens that you encountered online. I really do understand how it feels to be mocked or insulted because of your race or because
Honestly, I've been staying here since like elementary days, and since elementary I have been a little discriminated when I was studying alone, and I didn't know how to speak English at all that time. And I went to the school and they were making fun of me because I don't know how to speak English, and they were also making fun of me that I have a small eyes and I don't look the same to them at all. So I was really depressed and sad that time. I didn't know how to overcome it, and at that time really I was, as a kid, it was really hurtful feelings because I really wanted to make friends with them, but they didn't want to make friends with me because I don't know how to speak English, I don't know how to speak their language. So I tried really hard to study English and to make friends with them, and I did really studied hard for my English to be better. And finally they acknowledged me because I know how to speak English already. So I have overcome this pain by learning English, and yeah, it was really worth it. And at that time I never hated them. I was always thinking at home, what should I do to make friends with them? That was my only thing that I can think of at that time. So
because of your nationality. That is why I do understand why these people who are joining this movement seem to be expressing their anger in a very emotional way. And seeing that kind of Twitter posts, honestly, is not that new for me, because a few years ago I also uploaded a video titled Racism in the Philippines. And in that video I shared about some of the discriminational experiences that I got when I was in the Philippines as a young student. And the whole point of that video was for me just raising awareness about the issue of racism and reducing it as much as possible and really taking it away in our generation. But a lot of my Filipino viewers left hateful comments full of anger, saying that, oh, Korea is worse, oh, you guys Koreans are such a blah blah blah. And
I hope you guys are not like that.
It was very hurtful for me, and that
Don't
kind of
leave me,
comments
please.
is not new for me, because I always get those constantly. And I know it's very hard not to make any generalizations from a personal experience that you encountered, but that can lead to very, very dangerous social issues later on. I know my apology on behalf of those rude Koreans, or this video,
my apologies too,
calm your anger and the pain that you received. But I hope that we could get through this together with a positive and rational manner as much as possible to really raise awareness and to eventually solve the problem. Alright guys, so that would be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's what I always say before I end the video, but this video's topic was a rather heavy one than the usual.
Yeah, it's a little heavy one.
But I still hope you guys found it informative, and
let's stop
we'll
there.
See you guys.
I really thank her that her accent is really good and her English is really good, better than mine. And I really appreciate her and thank her that she made this kind of video for everyone to see and stop with the racial discrimination. And we should really love each other, no hate. I really wanted to tell you guys that I really do love Philippines so much. That is why I've been living here so long time. I didn't want to, leave other country or to my country, because come on, I've been staying here more than 15 years. So for me, it's more affectionate here, because when I was young, I was in Korea. I have less memory there because, as a kid, you don't remember everything. And as you grow up, and I grew up here in the Philippines, so I thank our parents for bringing me here. Maraming salamat. And I hope you guys don't hate Korea, and we will always support you. Our nation will help you, support you, and love you from our bottom of our hearts. And I really do hope that there will be no racial discrimination at all. We should love each other. And guys, wait for the next video. I will be uploading about Yultong War, while the Filipino soldiers helped in our country. Wait for that next video. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.